Welcome back to Business 125. This is Chapter 2 Overview. I'm Mr. Rankin. There's my email if you have any questions. Again, this is no substitute for study material or reading the chapter. This is just a very short 5-minute overview of the chapter. These are the key learning objectives: calculating your net worth, analyzing where the money flow is coming in and out of your life, utilize ratios, have a record-keeping system, implement a financial plan or budget, and decide when or if you need professional help with any of this. So let's get right into it. So I think most of you, if I said you owned a car worth $50,000 that you could sell it for, but you owed 20 in a car loan, if I ask you how much that car was worth to you, I think most of us would say, well, $30,000. The 50 I would get for selling it, less the 20 I owed, would be what it's worth. You'd be exactly correct. What you own minus what you owe is what you're worth. In accounting, they call what you own assets. In accounting, they call what you owe liabilities. And net worth is net worth. So examples of assets or things you own would be cars, home, furniture, savings. What you owe would be loans such as student loans, credit cards, car loans, home loans, and the difference is what you're worth. In addition to analyzing our net worth, we want to analyze how much money comes in and out of our life on, say, a monthly basis. Well, we would take our income, which for most of us would be our wages, minus all of our expenses, would give us what our net income, or what the book calls income available for savings. In accounting, this is often called an income statement. So if you were to take up all your wages, investment incomes, any pensions, subtract out your rent, your food, your insurance, all your other expenses, you would have your net income. Something you need to track, take a look at, and put together for yourself. Now, some ratios to understand how you're doing. What I've done here is laid out the question that's important to know, some of the math, and some of the guidelines that they have. So the first question is, could I pay my current bills? And especially, could I pay my current bills in the event of an emergency, such as I get ill or I lose my job, etc. So the pure math is looking at all your current or liquid assets compared to what your current liabilities or current things you owe. The guideline is most experts would say you need to have 3 to 6 months of expenses in liquid assets, such as a savings account, something where you can get at the money, to make sure that in the event of an emergency, you can continue to pay your bills. Second question is, how much debt should I have? Well, if you take your income and divide it by your debt payments, most experts would say you want your debt payments to be under 40% of what your income is, or another way of saying it is your income 2.5 times your debt payments. Am I saving enough? Again, savings divided by your income. Most experts would say target between 10 and 15% of your monthly income set aside for savings. These are guidelines. They'll be different at different life stages throughout your plan. Record keeping, I'm going to be relatively brief on this. I've put an article explaining all the details, which records you need to keep, how long, etc. My key thing here is have a system, and most importantly, know where that system is and make sure your relatives know where those records are kept. Now, once you've done your net worth statement and your income statement, you can establish your budget by establishing your goals, tracking your spending, putting the budget together, and adjust it as need be for different events. Last point is, should you or should you not hire a pro? This is a very personal question. I think the question number one is, you need to ask yourself, why are you hiring the pro? Is there some sort of special knowledge, or do they bring encouragement, or do you just don't want to do it? Second question is, who do you hire? Most experts would recommend a fee only versus a commissions-based ones, and check their credentials. Again, very personal. Hope this short segment helps. If there's any questions, again, there's my email. Have a great week.